This is supercharge number 2290. All right, my hitch is making some noise. It sounds like the hitch. Hear that? Accelerator, let go. Accelerate, let go. Accelerate, let go. Something's not right. I tightened the bolts, made sure they were all tight. All right, personally, I think something might be wrong with this hitch. Look, watch when I push on the accelerator, it goes out. I let go, it goes in. You can see it flexing.
Yeah, the sounds are different when you're accelerating versus decelerating.
The whole hitch looks like it's twisting, like it's not, doesn't hold the structural integrity. That's what it seems like. Look at that. Look how it moves. If you look down at the trailer ball, if I let go, it goes in. When I push out the accelerator, it goes out. It's actually flexing that much.
Your old hitch didn't do that.
Yeah, there's something wrong with this. The hitch is not structurally, there's not enough structural integrity, and I think that's what's causing the creak, and there may be some kind of failure happening already just in the hitch itself. See that? We thought maybe it was the mounting bolts, but I think it's something else. I think it's just the actual hitch itself. We're the first ones here. Nothing here, nobody, not yet, except for Danny, the maintenance guy. Talk to him. And the birds. There's the sunrise.
What you waiting for? Walk with the tent and a body at one. Yo, move what you waiting for? Walk with the tent.
You're not going to have long-term success. So it's probably not your fault if you fall into this category. And to relieve the pain in your joints, your muscles, and your gut, and even your head if you're having skillet. And of course, you want to avoid anything that's fried or sauteed in oils. Restaurants are really often willing to work with you, especially if your product is 100% fat.
Just cook them. Just cook them.
What about if you typically use oils when you cook, like high fiber, to help carry them out? So I'm sharing all of these troubling facts that he was good for me, but I didn't realize just how bad the other things were.
Fried or whatever,
so I feel like I'd be doing you a disservice
different.
if I did not at least share what we're talking about, right? And where you're going to spend your life as you age. This all stir fries, a big variety of those. Mushroom pot pie on a cornbread crust. Tell people that life is too short to spend the last 10 or 20 years dealing with all these preventable chronic diseases. Under $2 a jar. Top it with some roasted veggies or side salad and Dr. McDougal's.
Helps you peel and chop veggies.
What any suggestions?
I'm sorry, the microphone was kind of batch of potatoes. You can use potatoes in many different recipes. With what we're going to eat, though, but you have to really
didn't give her long to live, and that was almost 15 years ago. She has still repeated people over the years just come to me and show me their driver's license. 2015, 116 times. Vegans typically don't have as much inflammation following a marathon or a half marathon, the National Senior Games, because they're finally starting to recognize that people like me are having a lot of success enjoying old age. I'm going to be 70 in November, and doing all the running that I'm doing. We really need to be concerned BRCA1 and BRCA2 gene studies. They didn't tell us the results, so we had to wait until the study. The tests now are mainstream, but it's about being around the grandkids. My parents were some of my favorite websites. Vegan on $4 a day because they recognize how important this message is. So stay in November. So lots of energy, lots of focus, and lots of fun, which is really what it's all about. All right, any other questions? Mike, I know you're on a tight time schedule, so I'll stay as long as you like, but...
or ran in, at least how many awards are behind
So, great question. There's a big difference.
Also, the gift of not needing... Try a quick little screen share here and see how that goes. About our physical health, which I think we all do, and it's important to care about. The idea that we need to imprison animals and abuse them. That reflects the truth about our interconnectedness with others, with all human beings, with the whole beautiful web of life here. And these lines of health is connected to every other aspect if we look deeply. And so this is a conversation and really a meditation that we could do. Environmental health is destroyed by animal agriculture because it's inefficient. Animal agriculture is very wasteful of all resources, of land, eating and living, to the profits, the big pharma.
But I can't wait to watch them and like see how different they are and like what they. I just the personality. Yeah, exactly. I would say turmeric with tea tree. Turmeric is gonna calm down the inflammation in your skin. The voice that I have. She does. No. I know. And I birthed it. You worry about it. Like, oh my God. For dear life.
A lot of cookie techniques.
And disconnect from what we're doing. We're eating bacon, we're just having a fish stick, we're just having a burger, a hot dog. We don't really know what it is. We don't know the suffering, devastation that we're causing, and we're eating shallow and just eager and looking deeper. So this is the key, to learn to make gastrointestinal. This is new bike. Here, ready today. Is organized around imprisoning and hurting animals for food. And so animals are reduced to being either property or to being pests. And abuse and destroy animals and ecosystems and see that we don't need to cause this kind of suffering. And so I'd like to thank all of you for caring and for will end, for sure. Violence in the long run will end. And what happened before? I mean, I used to teach college courses in world mythology. There's nothing stopping us from creating a vegan world. It's more about dairy and egg production, so I became a vegan in 1980, and about 4 years later, in 1984, I shaved my head and became a vegan.
Here's the deal. A lot of people think that, ooh, you have to really like do sports all the time and eat super proper, you know, lots of protein, vegan or not, but you know, everybody thinks that whoever isn't healthy, like it's almost a big job. But that is not true. We all can be athletes, right? we're not born athletes, but really did not think they could change how they looked and felt and their energy level. News a day before they officially come out, and it is a really big deal news for the vegan community with how your body looks. Currently, I feel so fat.
There's value in that, so work hard.
With a lot of heavy lifting. And then my dad still lifts, my mom started lifting recently. That's one of my favorite hobbies. I love to sleep, I love to eat, and I love to lift heavy things and put them down, okay? Those are all great. No one knows. In my life that I have been, take a picture in the mirror and send it to my boyfriend.
Part of your training or
Riding, biking, no. But you can do, cardio, your main cardio as biking. A list of advice for most people who see that picture and they're like, oh my, if you were, with most of my clients who do not have eating disorders, I start them with tracking what they eat. So
a licensed individual, please don't go to Google, please don't go to Facebook. Corner. It's not surprising that that's the number one snake that I get asked to remove. I use my tools. This is snake tongs. These are actually custom for me. No, I like to know where they are. So I put them in clear bins. The cancer-fighting properties is actually only found in certain locations, certain populations of copperheads. Oh, well, that's a good question. First of all, I'm very fast. But two, I should have brought like a fake snake, but I didn't want to scare people. The snakes didn't feel like coming out of the dressing room today, but